Bungie has been facing some major problems with Marathon. The closed alpha was a disaster because basically nobody played it and all of the feedback was negative. Then they faced the plagiarism controversy, and now we're finding out that they are delaying this game and they are giving no release date. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I think over the past couple of weeks, it's become pretty clear that Marathon was going to be delayed, that it wasn't going to actually fully release in September, that they weren't going to hit that date, and that they most likely were going to have to completely rework this title. But now they are confirming this because they're saying thank you for not only your passionate feedback around the Marathon reveal and alpha test, but also for your patience as we took the time to listen closely and chart our next steps forward. Through every comment and real-time conversation on social media and Discord, your voice has been strong and clear. We've taken this to heart, and we know that we need more time to craft Marathon into the game that truly reflects your passion. After much discussion within our dev team, we've made the decision to delay the September 23rd release date. Now, this is like the minimum of what we were expecting. Some of us even expected them to permanently shelve this game, that they weren't actually going to put any more development time or money into it, but it seemed that they just figured, we might as well tweak it a little bit and then still launch it to hopefully make some money back. But that still technically could happen. Even though they're just announcing a delay now, they're not giving us a new release date, which is bad. Maybe in half a year, after they've put more time into it, they could realize this just isn't going to work. So it says the alpha test created an opportunity for us to calibrate and focus the game on what will make it uniquely compelling: survival under pressure, mystery, and lore around every corner, raid-like endgame challenges, and Bungie's genre-defining FPS combat. It's so sad that they have turned Marathon into modern slop because it does not resemble the original Marathon. It doesn't remind me of that System Shock competitor in the dark, gritty environments and the cool sets and level design. Like, this just seems so boring and bland and really mediocre. And take the awful looking like environments and character designs, and then you add in the fact that it's an extraction shooter, which we've gotten way too many of recently. None of that sounds good. They said, though, we're using this time to empower the team to create the intense, high stakes experience that a title like Marathon is built around. I think that wording is so funny. Guys, we have to empower our employees with toxic positivity that, oh, this game's gonna come out one day and it's gonna be amazing and it's gonna blow people away and they're gonna regret ever criticizing it. Like, I don't think that you could empower these people to make a good game out of what we've seen so far. Like, you would have to have the best talent in the industry to turn this shitstorm around. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, they are actually giving a list of some of their focuses, what they want to change and alter. So they said upping the survival game, more challenging and engaging AI encounters, more rewarding runs with new types of loot and dynamic events, making combat more tense and strategic, doubling down on the Marathon universe, increasing visual fidelity, more narrative and environmental storytelling to discover and interact with, a darker tone that delivers on the themes of the original trilogy. Why is it that you didn't have that in the first place? Why is it that you decided to go so far away from that original direction? It will never make sense to me. They're also going to be adding more social experiences. This right here is the number one change, and I'm happy to see Prox Chat. They are adding Prox Chat in, even though previously the director had said that they didn't have Prox Chat because of toxicity, because they wanted to combat toxicity and they wanted it to be a safe environment for people. This is a game that adults are going to be playing, so you should allow adults to be able to smack talk each other. Smack talking is a part of gamer culture. That shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be seen as a negative thing. And of course, as long as you have the tools like the mute button or the block button, you can just ignore people that bother you. You are already providing people the tools for their own like safe space. So why would you ever think that taking away that experience from everybody would be a good idea? Never made sense, but I'm happy that they are actually taking some of our feedback into consideration. But ultimately, I still have really no hopes for this game. I think that we would have to see what they end up creating and what they change and come up with, because developers can promise a lot and then not deliver on those promises. And after everything we've seen with this game so far and how wildly disappointing it looked, I would definitely have to, see what they've created instead of hearing what they were hoping to create. And now that we're finding out that this game is delayed, a lot of people on social media are roasting them for this and all of the decisions they made leading up to this point. As soon as you open up this thread, you get hit in the face with the image of this like lead character or one of them. This design is terrible. I don't know who decided that this was a good looking character, but I really hope that they scrap this model and restart, that's for sure. Will you use AI to auto ban anyone who says anything even slightly offensive? There's always that possibility. I still don't trust Bungie after the years of virtue signaling they've done, but this does sound like a decent set of changes, especially where they're adding prox chat. Take all the time you need to cook. Bungie can't afford another Lightfall or becoming Concord 2.0. And sure, I would much rather a studio delay a game and put a lot more time and effort into it instead of just barreling forward with the plans that were clearly not going to work for them. But on the flip side, I don't see how they could easily turn this around. They would have to put so much more time and money and effort into it and change basically everything about the game to the point where it would be unrecognizable. So I just don't see how they're going to turn this around, though. Yeah, if they feel they need more time to cook, I hope that it turns out well for the people who were initially excited and for people who are nostalgic and don't want to see Marathon come out and for it to be a complete fucking joke because they have a lot of love and nostalgia for the original set of games. Good choice. Let the team cook and make a product that's ready to fully rumble right out of the gate. Maybe this will happen. I love to see success stories within the industry. I love to see titles come out and for them to be awesome. In theory, I'd love every single game to come out and be great, but there's just so many problems with this. Marathon delayed. That's what we've all been waiting for, and it's pointing and laughing. Dead on arrival. A delay won't save this flop. Honestly, got no idea how you could salvage this game after the response to the alpha and the stolen art debacle. Best of luck to the team. Yeah, I definitely think that they are going to need all of the luck that they can get. A game I'm never going to touch got delayed. Oh no! Anyway, just cancel the game because it's not a good look. These live service games are a waste of time, and I do think that that is also another problem they face. People are sick and tired of live service slop. Live service games are not doing that great right now, and they're all facing major backlash. So if this gets delayed by, I don't know, a year or 2 years, by then we'll be even farther away from the successful days of live service. We're going to see even more backlash by that time because I'm sure a dozen more slop games will come out in that time frame. So I just don't see a way that this is going to work for them. And a lot of people also agree that they have no clue what they could even do to turn this around. But at this point in time, we are finding out that Marathon has been delayed. They haven't given a new release date, so it could be a year, could be 2 years, maybe it will get shelved and never come out. Only time will tell, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.